All right. Are we good? Are we great? Can we be heard? Is
Absolutely.
neat. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am very thankful for you, the people that are staying up for this wonderful late bout, to be here because I'm here and you are here, which means that y'all are nerds for staying up this late. Look at y'all, you night owls. Y'all are so beautiful. So, without further ado, my name is LJ Bowens, spoken word artist, author, a lot of good things. But for tonight, I am your host for this wonderful event known as the Nerd Slam. Yes, I am very much in rare form. I have to be at work at 6 in the morning, but I am here with you because I live this nerd shit. Okay, so a lot of y'all is probably wondering what Nerd Slam is. So I'm gonna give you a quick brief history of what I know of Nerd Slam. Nerd Slam originated at the National Poetry Slam. I went there in 2014. I did not like what the judges were doing to the people that were competing, and they were just being rude, nerd shaming, telling people they weren't smart, and a whole bunch of other stuff that we don't like because we are all family and I don't deal with the negative stuff. But the other thing that I did not appreciate is that they had people competing just to do a poem, and that was it. And I was like, why don't we crown champions? So I decided that I wanted to make my own Nerd Slam. I wanted to do this thing, and I wanted to make sure there were champions. I wanted to make sure that everybody had fun. And lo and behold, we are still here, going strong for the past 6 years, and been doing the Nerd Slam at Comic-Cons across the country. So give it up. Woo! We in this thing, baby. So the way we do Nerd Slam, poets will be competing against each other in a bracket style competition. So basically think Nerd Slam is like March Madness for nerds in a sense. Each person that's competing has gave me their nerd specialty or their nerd category. So it is my job to ask them questions based on their nerd category. If they get more questions right than their opponent, they will be able to advance to the final round. If for any reason they both tie, then I have the power and I have the privilege to ask them any random nerd question that everybody should know that can deal with cartoons, science fiction, movies, music, anime, manga, stars, a lot of stuff. It could be anything random, but it should be stuff that everybody should know. And I'm excited to get this going. Like, you don't know what you're going to hear. Sometimes it could be Lord of the Rings versus My Little Pony. Sometimes it could be Game of Thrones versus the movie Child's Play. Like, it's really random, but everybody loves it for some weird reason. And I'm glad that y'all just rock out with this. So with that being said, I think we need to go ahead and get this started. But first, what I want to do is we have 4 poets that are competing, and I'm just going to say their names real quick. And then I'll let you know the categories when they come to the bracket. So we have Sydney, we have Slankston Hughes, we have JJ, and we have Matt G. So if you're out there in the virtual world, clap it up for them in the comment box. Give them some fire emojis. Give them all that love for being up this late to provide y'all with one of the most intense battles you will probably see this late in time. So what I'm going to do first before we get to the bracket, we do have a special poet that will be doing a poem for us tonight. And I'm excited to hear her because, one, I believe she's dope because I believe all poets are dope. But the other thing is she has one of the dopest stage names that I have ever seen in my life. And every time I see it pop up, I let this person know. So without further ado, presenting us with a poem, please give it up for Sarah Bella Mental. Give it up, y'all. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Woo!
It looks like she just dropped on accident.
Oh no. Thanos snapped his fingers. This is not cool. Oh my God. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I know, right? What? Oh my God. I ain't do that. Don't blame it on me. So I guess I will improvise and I will give you just some random nerd poem that I know. So give it up for LJ. Woo! Yay! Don't be alarmed. I'm a black man that likes to read and play video games. And there's nothing better than the sensation you get when you read manga. I mean, Dragon Ball Z happens to be one of my favorites next to Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin, Bleach, and Naruto. Vegeta hands down to be one of my favorites. And for those of you know what, let's talk about something else because some of y'all look like y'all probably don't know what I'm talking about. Video games. Final Fantasy IV happens to be my favorite, though America considers that part 2 for some reason, but that's just a minor inconvenience. You see, Dragoon Kane happens to be one of my favorites, and for those who used them, they use jump instead of fight because that took away the most HP. What's with all the confused look on y'all faces? It's okay. I can't blame you. I can't blame people that give me a gaze that replicates 1,000 convicts or waiting for the parole board to grant them freedom. You see, I wondered, when did this country decide that by skin color, you had to act out a certain stereotype? Maybe some of y'all would have understood me if I talked about Madden or NBA 2K, or recited some hip hop lyrics while dreaming out balling in Saint-Tropez. You see, this thought came to me when I was driving from the airport one morning. And this eggshell white truck that hinted Confederacy raced down the road, almost ran me off, and while doing so, they rolled down their window and they yelled out, "Wake up, monkey." And it's like the movie of my life stopped, but I wish I could have turned my mirrors to them so they could see how stupidity cloaked their persona. Maybe I should have educated them more than their pre-K Sesame Street mindset was transfixed upon. You see, in this world, if the only colors we understand is black and white, then it's not a problem for us to get lost in this gray area of equality, but ignorance comes in many shades and faces. So when I think of ignorance, I give it the face of any celebrity that's went through 7 or 8 failed marriages, yet still writes books on how to help you with your relationship. You see, ignorance are those folks who will stand in line to always get them game systems or a pair of Jordans, but they yet won't stand in line to vote and have the audacity that was going on with the past current administration. So for those folks who judge me when I walked on this virtual stage, thinking that the human thing to do is judge the hue that lies within this man will understand. I will look at any cartoon over most reality TV shows, listen to old school ballads, and there's some music that talks about one thing, and here's something that shocks a lot of my black friends. I eat chicken without the hot sauce. You see, I wasn't born to act accordingly. I have a smile that replicates 1,000 rainbows with a melody behind it, which means I have a Bobby Blue blend of soul, a simply red persona of passion on a green day. So when the blues walk alongside me on this boulevard of broken dreams, I'll keep holding on and hope to have the time of my life. You see, the time is right. We need to wake up, and for those who judge you for being different outside of their norm, you tell them, don't be alarmed, because I'm here to live my life just like you. And that's the kickoff for the Nerd Slam. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for yourselves. Man, it feels good to do poems. I have not done poems in a good while, so almost made me feel like I need to come out of retirement and start slamming again. I'm good being in the background. So with that being said, we're going to get into our competition. So we're going to bring up our first bracket. Please put your hands together for the competitors, JJ Jones and Matt G. Woo! Okay. I think they're ready. They look hype. I'm ready. They look ready. I think we're good. So, real quick, JJ Jones, how are you doing today? I think you're muted. There you go.
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. You know, like I said, late night, got a full throttle waiting on me. So, tell us, what is your category that you will be representing today at the Nerd Slam?
We got DC.
Ooh.
Got Marvel. We got One Piece.
Oh, One Piece. Okay.
We're going to stop there,
Oh, okay, because you can just go on with a lot of stuff, huh? Okay.
No, Straw Hat for life, so that's
okay. I got you. So that's JJ Jones. And then our next competitor is Matt G. Matt G, what is going on, brother?
You know, I'm just kicking it. Happy to be here.
I know.
Ready to do this nerd thing up a bit.
I know you look extremely happy. I appreciate you in that hat. It is awesome. And what is your nerd category, sir?
So my category is Mortal Kombat. I've been ripping spines since 1992, and 28 years strong, and we in here.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so real quick, guys, this is how we determine who goes first. I need y'all to pick a number between 1 and 50.
47.
Ooh, 47.
We'll go with 32.
32. The number was 29. So, JJ, would you like to go first, or would you like your opponent to go first?
No, I'm going to go ahead and let Matt G go first.
All right. Matt G, my man, Mortal Kombat everything. Are you ready? Oh, real quick before we start, each person that's competing in the first brackets, that's both them and then the next opponents will get 2 questions apiece. So, are you ready, Matt?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right. Your question comes from the movie Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I hope you've seen this movie.
Yes,
because it was terrible.
Terrible, but great.
It was no. Do not give it the great. No, it is one of the worst movies ever made. I almost wanted to fight you. Okay, so
it's not a Super Mario movie.
Oh, okay, you got a point. All right, you got a point. Super Mario, we do not rock with you. All right, here's your question from the movie Mortal Kombat Annihilation. After the invasion, in the beginning scenes of the movie, when Shao Kahn and Rain meet up in his lair, Rain tells him about 2 specific combatants that they killed. What were their names?
They killed Johnny Cage and Stryker.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Unfortunately, you are wrong. So, yes, Johnny Cage was killed at the beginning in the invasion. But remember, I said at the lair when they were talking, the people were Stryker, which you were half right, and Cabal. Okay. So, yeah, you asked for this. I'm gonna give you the smoke. So, the score is 0-0 at the moment, and now we are on the wonderful JJ Loves to Teach. JJ, how are you doing today, sir?
Nervous as hell, no.
You should be nervous. So you said DC, Marvel, a lot of stuff. So this comes from Batman from DC. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I'm smiling because I love this question because you're going to probably get mad when I ask it. So, in the comic book arc Flashpoint, who becomes the Joker?
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
No, Matt, you cannot steal.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You got 5 seconds.
Actually, I'm going to say. It wasn't Thomas Wayne. I'm going to say
3 seconds.
Thomas Wayne. It's wrong, but yeah, we'll go with Thomas Wayne.
Ah, you were so close. It was Martha Wayne. It was the wife. Because Thomas Wayne becomes Batman in that universe because Bruce Wayne dies in the alley in Crime Alley.
Yep.
So it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's why we're here. It's Nerd Slam. And now we go back to Matt G. How you doing, Matt G?
I'm doing all right, man. You got me on the first one.
I got you on the first one. Yeah. You know, it's okay. It happens. So another Mortal Kombat question. And you said you're okay with fandom as well, correct?
I am.
All right. This is from fandom. This is a fandom question.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you've seen it. There is a creator that made 2 specific videos about Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter. In the second video, after Ryu fights Scorpion, Akuma comes there and he fights a secret ninja. Who was that ninja?
Chameleon.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding. That's correct. Good job, sir. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job on the fandom questions. For the people that are watching, if you come to Nerd Slam, you need to come correct because I don't play no games with this. I have a whole portfolio and a whole bunch of stuff up here. So, JJ, my man, I'm going to go to a Marvel question. I'm going to try to help you out. If you get it right, we go to the tiebreaker question. Are you ready? You might. Okay, there you go.
Ready.
I said it's a Marvel question, right?
That's correct.
All right. This comes from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. No. This includes the movies and the shows they had that was on Netflix. That's because they were called connected. So I'm letting you know that now, okay? In the movie Doctor Strange, what is the relic that chooses him for use?
Repeat the question.
In the movie Doctor Strange, what is the relic that chooses him for use? There was a scene where they go to the top, they go to the house, and then they were looking at all these relics, and they say, you don't choose the relic chooses you. Something happens, and a relic chooses them. What was the relic?
I know what it is, but I can't think of the name. It's the cloak. I can't think of the name of that cloak.
So your answer is the cloak? Did your answer the cloak? That's all you know.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. Give it up. It's called the cloak of levitation, but I'll allow it because you knew it was a cloak. Good job. You over there? You good? You over there sweating?
Yeah, I'm sweating bullets, bro. I knew you was gonna come correct because you always come correct, LJ.
All right, so we are in the tiebreaker round. Tiebreaker round. I get to ask you any random nerd question that everybody should know. You guys ready?
Ready.
All right. So this is what I need y'all to do. Y'all emojis, the emotions and the emoji cons and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So do not take all day answering these questions because, like I said, it was late and I know everybody want to get done. But when you think you got the answer, hit the thumbs up button. Whoever gets the thumbs up emoji up there first is the one that's going to answer. If you get it right, you advance. If you get it wrong, your opponent advance. Sound good?
Yep.
This comes from a movie known as Austin Powers and the Spy Who Shags Me. The movie begins in 1967. Austin Powers and Mrs. Kensington chase Dr. Evil to his hideout in London. Dr. Evil eludes capture in an escape pod that also begins the process of freezing him. Inside which corporate mascot is Dr. Evil's escape pod contained? Is it A, Bob's Big Boy, B, Ronald McDonald, C, the Burger King? All right, I saw Matt G's hand up.
Bob's Big Boy. A. Final answer.
Bob's Big Boy. Final answer?
Yep.
That is correct. Give it up for Matt G, which means that Matt G advances to the final round. Give it up, give it up, give it up. JJ, I'm not going to leave you empty-handed. You did a great job. So at this time, I will let you do a nerd poem if you have one, or you can choose not to.
Yeah, I'll do a nerd poem.
All right. Give it up, y'all, for JJ Loves to Teach.
All right. Welcome to my Injustice League, where justice is meant for anyone but us. So we made a league of just us, but ever since our conception, they marveled at our milestones. Amazed at a different view of 76 like Ivo. We were looking for a messiah and no one came. See, I guess it's hard to look up to icons when you're staring down rockets, man. And little boys carrying Hawkins in the Dakotas yelling death to the Superman. That's funny because the media portrays that as a shot to the system. But I can't blame these young men when they survive staring down Iron Man. What, static? And school systems tell us to pledge our allegiance to Captain America and it'll be great again. But they don't share our history. See, to them, there's no such thing as a good Black Panther. But why did such a movie become a juggernaut in the box office? Oh, I get it. Captain America was a double agent for Hydra playing two-faced games, and my ancestors became the killing joke. The question was elongated in the Flash. No wonder they selling us Aquaman. It's because we become test subjects to water crises, and I haven't even drowned my flintlocks yet. But they just throw the Bible at me to keep me in my place. Ain't that crazy? How reading the book of Luke keeps us caged from the fact that this brother's voodoo is so powerful. But I want that energy. So I chase the green like Sinestro, but that's the only time I'll reference my Black chakra. I want to let this freedom ring, but my circle keeps me pushed to the core, so you will never see these lances deceased. First name John, last name Jones, so put some respect on the name of this manhunter. I heard there was Trump cards being played to send sentinels to X-Men, and it made me think about Breonna Taylor. Rest in peace, Queen, because I'm still trying to figure out why we're so quiet when we heard how a general striker. Well, folks just want to pretend they blind like Cyclops and got the nerve to wonder why there's a civil war lurking, and out of the ashes, we saw a phoenix rise, burning down the watchtowers of Minnesota. There's no amount of infinity stones that are going to save you from the race of people who inhabit the X gene, aka this melanin blessing, who are about to Hulk smash because they're always angry. It's Challenge Day in Wakanda. That's ironic because I want to challenge the system of oppression in America, but SHIELD stands for supremacy held in Elder Legion's DNA. So is that why they killed off the natives? They were scared of war paths being forged by Apache chiefs. We yelling hands up, don't shoot. Please don't kill my vibe, reverse flash. You should be lucky that these thoughts are inside my head. My Injustice League would have created an apocalypse, and my psychosis can't handle another Deadpool. My people are tired of being living tesseracts, walking mindlessly into their own double consciousness. That's why I am Groot. So SoFri, thank you for allowing me to address an Injustice League. No universe is safe.
Give it up one more time for JJ Loves to Teach. Give it up, 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 give it up. Man, y'all are giving me life right now this late in the evening. I appreciate it. I appreciate it tremendously. So, as we all know, the wonderful, wonderful Matt G will be advancing to the final round, but we need to know who his opponent's going to be. So, with that being said, our next contestants, please give it up for Slankston Hughes And Sydney. Woo! Ba, 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 ba. How are you doing today, Sydney?
I'm all right. Sydney.
Sydney, I'm sorry. Sydney, how are you doing? All right. What's up, Slangston? I love the love-hate relationship I have with my brother. That's my man's. I love him to death. We should take this on tour. So with that being said, this is going to be very interesting. So Slangston is a returning champion. You won the past 3, I believe. 3 Nerd Slams. I've been hosting this since 2016. He's won 3 of them. Go fig. Nice. So with that being said, what category would you be doing, sir?
Star Trek, of course, canon and fanon.
Nice. I love it.
It's not fandom, fanon, as in fan-made canon.
Gotcha. And Sydney, what will you be doing?
Outer space. Astrophysics.
All right. So the beautiful thing is, and this is why I appreciate the Nerd Slam so much as far as me doing it. I love when we get certain stuff because it works the hell out of me to find certain questions for it. But I think that's what makes it beautiful because it lets you know that we don't keep Nerd Slam so much to the pop culture topics. We do try to expand into everything if it's within our capacity. So with that being said, as always, guys, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 50 so we can decide who goes first.
47.
23.
Did somebody say 47? Okay, so the number was actually 50. So would you like to go first or second?
Second.
Second. All right. So we are going to do questions about space. And we're also going to do questions about the one and only astrophysics. I'm going to let you know now. I'm going to ask you some questions. And from what I found, as far as the questions I can ask you, if you can give me a response that's close to it, I will allow it.
Okay.
Because you signed up for this. So I look hard, but some of this stuff is like knee deep. So we're going to go with some stuff.
Okay.
Stuff. So, and your best answer, and by all means, I'm looking at a few things.
Okay.
I need you to name me three things of what the universe is made of.
Hydrogen, helium, and carbon.
That's what I'm doing like this.
Smaller protons, neutrons.
All right, so I'm gonna clear up the question from what I'm reading. I'm sorry, I apologize about that. So
Quarks. Like,
so
what do you?
how
small you want me to get?
You're right. I'm gonna clear up the question because look, it wasn't so much of a long answer, like there's a lot to it. So I'm gonna clear it up.
Okay.
So, the question I'm about to ask you deals with the universe and how it's made.
Okay.
The early universe was made up largely of 3 elements. What are those elements?
Hydrogen, helium, and oxygen.
All right. So, for what I'm reading, you're wrong. And this is what they say: the early universe was largely hydrogen with some helium and lithium.
Lithium.
What I'm looking at, the site I'm looking at is a whole site with all this stuff. Like, I'm literally reading it verbatim from what's written. Thoughtcode.com. That's where I'm reciting this from. I'm letting you know that's right. When I tell you I look up this
That's a pretty rare element to be that early in the universe.
Hey, I'm going by what's written. I'm going off the black and white. I mean, I gave you the reference where I found it at.
Look, LJ, I mean, 2 out of 3 though. I'm just saying.
I'm going that the most abundant elements would be hydrogen, helium, oxygen, carbon, neon in order. So I'm not sure where lithium.
No. Look. So, I'm not doubting what you're saying. I'm only going off the site that I'm reading.
Okay.
Co.com.
Some early lithium. Okay.
So, I'm sorry. That's what it says. So.
Okay.
I love and hate Nerd Slam because I gotta defend some of this stuff. All right, so his score is 0-0. It is now Slakston Hughes. Please don't beat me up, Sydney. I'm just reading what the sites I'm going through. Oh God. Are you ready, Slakston?
Affirmative.
All right. Say again. You good? All right. In the series, and this is from Star Trek: The Original Series. I'm sorry about that. This is where it's coming from. In the series first aired episode, The Man Trap. Although the crew only ever refers to this monster as a creature in the episode itself, fans generally call it by the name of the substance which it craved, the blank monster.
Salt vampire.
That's your final answer.
Correct. Salt vampire, salt monster. There's been referred to as both.
You are correct. It is the salt monster in the series' first aired episode, The Man Trap. Although the crew only refers to the monster as a creature, in the episode itself, fans generally call it by the name of the substance it craved, the salt monster. Good job, Slangston. Man. So now it's back to Sydney. So Sydney, I'm gonna go to another side and hopefully do some justice where I'm not getting cussed out because I am literally doing my best to look up these questions for you. I apologize. No. I love you. I mean it.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. So this also deals with astronomy. Okay. It's a question dealing with planets. I'll give you the preface now. Okay. All right. Which is the only planet not named after Greek gods or goddesses?
Earth.
That's your final answer?
Yes.
All right. That is correct. Give it up. Sydney still loves me. Okay. All right. So we are back to Slangston Hughes. You ready for your question, Slangston? He's ready. All right.
Engage.
Still dealing with the original series. All right. Our first officer was Lieutenant J.G. George Tormolin. At the end of his life, he became convinced that man was not meant to be in space. How did this depressed young man die? If you need an episode reference, do you know it or do you need the episode reference?
Go ahead.
The episode reference is The Naked Time.
So this particular cadet, while in the mess hall, pulled out a knife, hilariously would look like a butter knife, and attacked two other crewmen. And in a scuffle and a bustle, he ended up stabbing himself with said butter knife, and then he died because Dr. McCoy says, "Man didn't have the will to live."
All right, so this is a tough one. The reason being is you're not wrong in the fact that he killed himself in the rec room with a butter knife, but the answer they was going for is he succumbed to an infection due to touching disease liquid.
Yeah, the water transfer disease, right? That was what led to the cause.
But
Right.
that's the answer they asked for. So it's disease liquid. Like the whole everything lead up to the butter knife that happened, but the answer was the infection from the disease liquid is what caused.
Right, the infection caused them. I should have just told the whole plot, and then
I mean, he could have. I mean,
planet.
LJ is a stickler. Well, you know, I'm doing a great job giving you all these questions. Okay, so we are at the tiebreaker round. Just like I told the last group. Listen to the question. If you all you gotta do is hit your emoji with the thumbs up. Whoever I see first is the one that's gonna answer.
that?
The thumb emoji. It should be like the face. Are you on a computer or a phone?
A computer.
All right, it should go to hit reactions, and then once you hit reactions, there should be like a thumb.
Got it.
All right, cool. All right, so this tiebreaker question comes from Nickelodeon Nicktoons. Some of y'all look like what? Okay, so this is gonna be fun. So Nicktoons first appeared on Nickelodeon in 1991. Name me 2 of the 3 shows that appeared. 2 of the first 3 shows of Nicktoons. All right. Sydney.
Rugrats, All Real Monsters.
Is that your final answer?
Wait, how many did you ask for?
2 of 3. 2 out of 3.
2 of the.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the first 3 though. It's 3 total. It's 3 total. I asked for 2 out of the 3.
Okay. Rugrats, All Real Monsters.
Final answer?
Yes.
Unfortunately, you were wrong. Yeah, so here. So this question stumps a lot of people, believe it or not. So they were the first 3 shows on the first 3 Nicktoon shows. Rugrats. Doug,
yeah, that's what I said.
and Ren and Stimpy.
Yep, exactly.
Who's in the background talking?
I'm not in the game though. I'm sorry. I'm not in the game.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. There's a lot of grumbling over here too.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all fine. Y'all fam. I love it.
And the thing is, when you said 2 out of the 3, I was like, oh, if I have to name 3, then I was gonna say Doug. But then I was like, well, shit, I should have said Doug.
Yeah, I was like, no, 3.
But
I knew it. So
I didn't. So
I almost wore that shirt, and that would have gave it away. I would have gave 1 away on
right.
that I didn't. So, so that means unfortunately, you're knocked out, and that means Slangston once again advances to the final round. Yay! Give it up for Slangston. Yay! So, Sydney. Oh, did she leave?
No.
Oh, okay. So, Sydney, like the last contestant, I offer you the chance to do a nerd poem if you have one. If you don't, I completely understand.
Sure thing.
Okay, everybody, give it up for Sydney, y'all. Give it up. Woo!
I am the foremost expert in exothermic reactions. Let's turn the heat up over 9,000. See, what you need is a dome made of stardust. I can whisper instructions in your ear, breathe commands down your spine. Relax, have a glass of wine. Clothes on, wallet closed. Can your mind get the job done? Let's discuss Nikola Tesla until the sparks compel us to critique Basquiat till dusk, lose the shirts and analyze Jamaica Kincaid. As our eyes and hands wander, tell me your thoughts on Flint, Michigan, Garbage Island, handcuffs, Kepler 186F. Let's explore the cosmos one nebula at a time. Calculate the velocity of my whip as it cracks through the sound barrier. Count the molecules between your lips and mine until there are none. Step into my lab. I'll keep the heels on. And you? Just talk nerdy to me, baby.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, woo! Awesome poem. Awesome poem. Teslas and shit. All right, so good job, City. We appreciate you, and I'm glad that
Thank you.
I promise you. Please come to Louisville when we do Southern Fried in person.
Yes.
Nerd Slam is a whole.
I should be drinking bourbon in the mountains right now. Come on, COVID.
Oh yeah. You gotta come through. Like Nerd Slam is a different beast, especially when I have my DJ with me. So definitely come.
Okay.
Through. All right. So that means that we are now left with 2 awesome competitors. Let's get them up on the screen. We have Matt G versus Slangston. Give it up, 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 give it up. Oh man.
Doing poems?
Huh?
We nerd.
Well, normally in certain cases like this, if this was like real life, I'll have y'all do poems and then we'll have a panel do it. But I figured since we got y'all on here, why not let y'all do some questions? We'll find out our winner and then I'll still let y'all get y'all poems off. How's that sound? I mean, unless you just want to do poems. I mean, you let me know. I'm just okay. So we're gonna do the questions. Cool. So
Fascinating.
here we go. So, first time ever, Mortal Kombat versus Star Trek. Who's going to win? Only y'all will find out now. Pick a number between 1 and 1,000.
634.
80.
You said 80? All right. The number is 2. So, Slangston, would you like to go first or second?
Second.
All right. So, for the sake to make this fun, y'all both get 3 questions apiece. Cool. All right. Mortal Kombat. All right. So, Matt G, we are going to talk about games Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat X. I'll give you this look like it's about to be a crazy question. It's probably gonna be easy though, because it's you know Mortal Kombat and everybody loves it. So with Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat X, listen closely. Now listen closely because there's a difference. Name me the horror characters that guest featured between Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat X. There's a reason why I said horror.
You said, to clarify, HORDE.
No, horror. HORROR.
Okay. Cool. So, how many do I need to name for each one?
Just name me the horror guest characters that appeared on Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat X.
Okay. You had Freddy Krueger on Mortal Kombat 9. You had Jason. You had Leatherface in Mortal Kombat X. Depends on what you consider horror. Predator. I'll throw Predator in there.
Got 10 seconds.
Just to be safe, Terminator.
All right, that's your final answer?
Final answer.
Unfortunately, you are wrong. So you were good when you said Freddy, Jason, and Leatherface. When you get to Predator, Alien, and Terminator, they are considered science fiction. There's science fiction before anything else.
Right.
That's why I said listen carefully when I said horror. So
You got me.
it's cool. Hey, Nerd Slam, baby. So good job, though. Good job. So it is 0-0. It is now on Slankston. And Slankston, I'm going to give you one more from the original series before I start going everywhere else. Okay? Here we go. Here's your question, Slankston. As soon as I can minimize my screen. There we go. Your question is, in the episode, A Piece of the Action, Captain Kirk invented a card game on the fly to distract the hoodlums holding him. Spock and McCoy prisoner. I'm sorry, holding him, Spock and McCoy prisoner. What was the name of that game?
Fizbin.
That's your final answer? That is correct. Give it up for Slankton Hughes. It's okay. It's okay. So it is back to Matt G. And we're doing Mortal Kombat. So you answer this question, it's a chance to tie. This comes from Mortal Kombat 2021, the movie. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. Just
Right.
in Mortal Kombat 2021.
Mm-hmm.
How was it in your best way you can describe it? How did every warrior apparently get their powers?
They had some sort of birthmark of the Mortal Kombat dragon, or their attempt to make it. And they were chosen through that birthmark to be competitors and get their powers.
You look real worried right now. That is correct. So in the Mortal Kombat movie, the people that had the birthmark were born with that. But the other thing is, and the reason it wasn't, in a sense, some of them were born with it, others it was chosen. That's why it's like it's a trick question. It says, but some were born with it, while others stole it from other people if they die and it went to somebody else.
Yeah.
So yes, it was a very trick question, but yes, you were fine with it because somebody said it wasn't a birthmark though. Actually, it was. If you remember, certain people was chosen with it, but Cole Young was born with it. So that technically is the right answer. You can look at the movie. I looked at it like twice just to have this one question. So, Slankston, welcome back. How we doing? Slankston like, I'm doing my Star Trek thing. This is what I do. This is what I do, baby. This is what I do. All right, so Star Trek. I'm having fun with y'all because I miss y'all. I'm gonna let you know that right now. I wouldn't be doing this for anybody else. All right, so with Star Trek, I had a whole thing of Star Trek questions and I cannot find my Star Trek questions. So we're gonna go back to my wonderful list. All right, so so it says it's in Star Trek, the original series, but I think this covers all of Star Trek. You ready? All right, he looks ready. All right. What do you call a speed lower than warp 1? Are you frozen, Slankston? Or are you good? Oh, you ain't frozen? Okay, I didn't know you was
frozen. Did you hear my answer?
I didn't.
Impulse.
That is correct. Give it up for Slankston.
Impulse speed.
Yeah, got you. Give it up. Nice. All right. So it is back to Matt G. You ready, Matt?
Ready as all ever, man.
All right. This question deals with Mortal Kombat 2.
Okay.
You get this right, you tie the game. You stay in the game, you be tied. You get it wrong, Slankston wins. Mortal Kombat 2. Familiar with that game, right?
Yep.
Considered one of the best Mortal Kombat before they started going into the 3D era and then going into the games they make now. Name me the 3 secret characters in the game.
Smoke, Reptile, Scarlet.
Final answer?
Final answer.
All right. Unfortunately, you are wrong. Reptile's a playable character in the game. He's on the list. He's one of the first characters of the game. The secret characters are Smoke, Jade, and last but not least, Noob Saibot. Noob Saibot. Which means that your winner for this year's 2021 Southern Fried Virtual Festival, Nerd Slam, the first and only ever virtual Nerd Slam champion, but the rating Nerd Slam champion. Give it up for Slangston Hughes. I also have to point out too that I think in my mind it's the second. No, he didn't. I don't think it happened in 2019, but no, I think it happened before. Haven't you won Slam Master and Nerd Slam before? So this is the second.
Yeah. San Antonio.
So this is the second time he's won Slam Master Slam and Nerd Slam in one festival. You making history, man. Give it up. Give it up. This is awesome. So this is what we're going to do. Matt G, even though you are not the winner, I'm still going to give you the option to do a poem. And then from there, I'm going to pass it off to Slangston Hughes to do a poem to close us out. And then we're going to thank everybody that participated. So Matt G, it is on you to do a poem. Give it up for Matt G, y'all.
In the beginning was my mother, who begat right here, human nature remix speaking, I, all black, all triumph, a force, if held in a lightsaber would glow purple, the same that begat Samuel L. Jackson's character in Star Wars, that before begat Jules in Pulp Fiction, and Will Smith as Agent J, men in black suits which begat my father's legacy in me, a gray history, a tattered, incomplete composition book of memories on a bookshelf my mother keeps tidy while humming Mahalia Jackson. She, a diffuser of wisdom, nurturing, strength, which begat an admiration of the survival and gentle wisteria over the presentation of fake flowers, which begat a closeness to my sister and a distance from my brother, which begat a friend of many seasons, and it was a brotherhood of men who meet in elevators, which begat up and downs, a RZA track playing in the background, and it was sharp, powerful, then grimy and minimal, but the music remains, a nostalgia fixed by refrigerator magnets, which begat freestyle shit, a desire for gold teeth, and an appetite for cream, which begat hoes laugh, which begat my teacher, who directed me as Martin Scorsese, which begat a laptop with rec letters to UNC, which begat green beginnings and forays into poetry and performance, which begat lessons from Nikki Giovanni and the little sister I chose, then later begat my LB and fraternity, which begat a preference for brown liquor and courage, and it was Emerald Lagasse, bam, I got a crush on you, which begat my fiance, you go and be great with your lavender, which begat the paintings of a man I would see as self-portrait instead of caricature, and it was more healing turquoise than Chris Rock's I Think I Love My Wife, which begat adventures far out and spaceships on Bankhead, which begat worries of becoming alien to my home, which begat Bill Withers songs and fiery whispers, my heart a gas stove, which begat trying to find a way to keep candles lit, which begat a devotion to juzu beads and pies made from navy beans. And it was a hope that all my prayers still be a Dragon Ball do-rag tied to my grandmother's Jesus. Thank you.
Good job, Matt G, bruh. I'm gonna let you know now. Like I've been enjoying them. Even though we ain't have like a lot of people, I've been enjoying all the poems that these phenomenal nerds have been doing. But I mean, the fact that you brought up Dragon Ball Do-Rag is astounding to me because I love that track. I may be covered in cat hair, but I still smell good. So,
yo, it's great.
If that ain't a word, okay, let me stop. So definitely, thank you. And by all means, I mess with this brother a lot. I mess with everybody a lot, but when I tell you, this is probably one of the dopest writers I know. Definitely glad to be crossed paths, and definitely, I joke about him winning Nerd Slams, but the man's deserving of it because he knows his stuff, and it's always good to have him being a presence of doing Nerd Slam for me personally, and just for Southern Fried in general. Last poem for the night. Give it up for Slangston Hughes. Woo! Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna do this one because I'm currently rewatching this particular series. For my father, who is coming home. Fun fact about Slangston: I love Star Trek. You have no idea. And my favorite episode of all episodes is the episode of Deep Space Nine entitled The Visitor. This is the one where Captain Sisko gets knocked into a subspace dimension, leaving his son Jake, who witnessed the entire incident, to believe he is dead. Until, at seemingly random moments throughout his life, his father begins to appear, then disappear, causing him to relive the loss over and over again. It isn't until Jake, who is a writer, discovers that if he kills himself while they're both present, it will reset the loop in the timeline, giving them a second chance. If only it was that easy to get your father back. We are all warped signatures of our parents' dreams, and my father is a visitor who's always dematerialized in and out of my existence. When I was a kid, every time he come to visit, it was like he was back from the dead, a walking Project Genesis. But at the end of the day, when his car drove away, I was automatically transported to his funeral. As I grew older, I learned to put cloaking devices under my emotions, holodeck sitting beneath my eyelids. How can I live long and prosper when every morning my mirror is a mirror universe facing the reflection of my dead father's face? Except in both of these realities, Spock has a beard and is always emotionally compromised. I remember one Christmas as I attempted to open up the healing frequencies between our hurting heartbeats. He put his shields up, so I fired photon torpedoes from my fist in an attempt to reunify two broken worlds, and we would become closer in the orbits of Romulus and Remus, and emotional transfers of a mind meld between father and son, fighting my father in my mother's bedroom on Christmas, unable to compensate for the sugar levels in his warp core. This diabetic dialogue as guttural as Klingon. The day my father died, his hospital room smelled like Kittimer. Have you ever had your hope massacred? It feels like Jake, like Worf, like Wesley, like the son of Cyric, a young James Tiberius, watching his father's starship explode while still trapped inside the womb. Your belief in God. Ever since my father's death, I've been haunted by the most beautiful nightmare, disguised as real life, where he is alive, and I can't believe it's true. And as soon as I'm prepared to embrace Shakari and accept this as miracle, victory turns Kobayashi Maru, slingshot around the sun, and suddenly the star date shifts, and I'm still just a kid crying as his father drives away, and there isn't enough dilithium in my dreams to bring him back from the dead. Noticing his pain, struggling to speak a full sentence, I hand him a pen and piece of paper as universal translator. The last words I remember my father telling me, write something good, son.
Give it up for Slangston Hughes. Give it up. Man. I appreciate
on the dot.
I know, right? So, real quick, it goes without saying, I definitely appreciate the Southern Fried committee, Southern Fried Board for putting together this wonderful virtual festival. I know a lot of people want to be in person, and I know they want to do what we normally do at Southern Fried, but the fact that we're able to pull this wonderful thing off, it's been a beautiful thing. And the fact that we were able to pull off a Nerd Slam virtually is not easy, believe it or not, but the fact that we were able to make this happen is a blessing. So I definitely want to give them a shout out. I definitely want to give a shout out to our wonderful staff that's helping out, the Bout Master, Siren that's here, the wonderful tech person that's helping out, all the people that competed in this slam. JJ loves the kid. Well, I can't remember his name. I was about to say JJ love the kids. I still like that. So JJ love the kids, Matt G, Sydney, and Slangston Hughes. This has been a dope night. It's always a dope night. And for anybody that's now coming on late, like, damn, I missed the Nerd Slam. The good thing is you can watch this event and all of the other events that's happened on Southern Fried this week, because they have this awesome YouTube channel that you guys need to go ahead and subscribe to and view all this content back. Get them up to 1,000 likes, get them up to 1,000 subscribers. Like, support, because everybody needs support. But above all else, this has been a wonderful Nerd Slam. I'm very thankful that I hosted it. And if you guys just happen to be in the Fayetteville, North Carolina area next weekend sometime for Father's Day, I don't know, passing through, Fayetteville Comic-Con is going on, and I will be hosting a live Nerd Slam, the first live Nerd Slam I've been able to do past COVID. So that's the first one that I'll be doing. And I got a couple more stuff, but, you know, I'm here for the nerds and everything. So thank you guys so much. Please stay tuned to a lot of the updates. Go to SouthernFriedPoetry.com, SoFriedPoetry.com. And other than that, that's all I got, guys. Love y'all so much.
LJ?
Yes.
We do want to say a couple of things. Please make sure that you tune in tomorrow for our bouts at 5, 7, and 9 Eastern time, Eastern US time for our bouts. Please also make sure to thank our wonderful, wonderful host for this evening. Give it up for LJ. Thank you so much for hosting tonight's Nerd Slam.
Not a problem. I appreciate
all the love and always the best. Thank you so much. And of course, for our teams, oh my gosh, the Southern Fried team, and including, of course, our wonderful host, technology, all the stuff, and especially you, the audience. Thank you for your patience as we work through such a cool transition between live events into the technological digital world. Perfect for a Nerd Slam. I think that's it.
Yep, that's all I got. Be good people. Always remember purpose over popularity. Peace.